not in the middle of the hallway, so people can get around. Alright.
So do I need to do anything to set it being?
Should be fine. It's full 100% battery, so it should be good. This is on loop right now.
Yeah.
Do you want to share?
Yeah, I'm going to do that right now. Do you have a link? Like, is it just our normal YouTube channel?
Yeah, the one that we did for basketball. So, yeah. Timer on it.
Thôi để lẩu vô rồi. Calling me like.
For those wondering, Abby's in the States with Team NB on a soccer tournament. She's coming back later on tonight, but she missed the awards, sadly. So I'll bring the prize home. Girls from the team, come on up. Team picture. Right in front.
All right, congratulations to our varsity girls soccer team. I should mention we do have a photographer here tonight, but if you want to come up to take pictures, by all means, you can do so. This time we'll ask our coaches for our varsity boys to come forward.
Okay, my name is John Hunt. This season I had the privilege of coaching the senior boys soccer team with Mo Perez. Mo knows a lot about coaching and has a lot of soccer experience, so it was a blast learning from him. We started off our season losing our first 3 games, but we knew right away that we had a squad, and we proved that by beating some quality teams and almost making it to provincials. We had a tough shootout loss to Harvey, our rival, in a regional semi-final in which we found ourselves down 3-0. Like we seemed to do all season, we climbed our way back in that game with an amazing team effort. It was a positive season with a great group of young men. It was a blessing to have the opportunity to get to know each of you guys and watch your skills and maturity develop. So with that, we have our top defensive award. So this goes to 2 individuals who played the center back position and truly gave us a chance in every game we played this season. 2 very consistent and steady individuals who are extremely tough and hardworking. Congratulations to Lorenzo and Brian. Right foot, left foot. He was a massive threat offensively, although he played the fullback position and scored a huge goal for us in that semi-final game, the regional semi-final game against Harvey, to put it into overtime. Congratulations to Henry. Okay, our most improved player was someone who did truly everything we as coaches asked. It was amazing to see his work ethic and willingness to put his body on the line each game. This player played spectacular and got a shutout in a regional qualifying game against a very talented St. Mary's team. And the coach when he had a team, he's a great coach, and he had a lot of praise for our goalkeeper that game. Congratulations to Boris Wong.
Okay, Coach's Choice. This year's Coach's Choice demonstrated the ability to adapt to a couple different positions that he normally didn't play. He was able to take coaching and criticism to both those positions and was able to actually excel at both those positions. Um, that's the reason why he's getting Coach's Choice. And this year's Coach's Choice is Mateo. Top offensive player. This athlete struck fear into opponents' defenses by imposing his will and skill against them. When we needed an answer, he was ready to provide one. Many times we were down by a couple goals, not because we weren't a good team, we just didn't have the effort to be a good team. But he had the answer. So this year's winner of top offensive player is Farrell. MVP. Like I mentioned before, it will be a theme when MVPs are mentioned. Skill, work ethic, leadership, punctuality are all qualities that they possess. I like to think that our MVP is more like most valuable person. I say this because he understood that our team needed to be unified. This year's team was very multicultural. We needed cohesion. I remember one time on the bench, he was saying one language, boys. It doesn't have to be English, it has to be soccer. That's understanding that people play the sport, not X's and O's. This year's MVP goes to Harrison Pond.
All right, big hand to our varsity boys soccer team. Okay, at this time, we're going to do a presentation for our FCA team. So I'll ask the other coaches to join me here. Jamie and Aaron, come on forward. So I've had the privilege this is our second year of having a baseball team at FCA, and looking forward to hopefully future years of having a team as well. So we were pretty competitive this year. Last year we tried to have a team, and I think we got like 3 games in. So this year in about a month or so or less, we played 12 games. We went 6-6 with a record. We were very close to making regionals. We ended up losing a game because of darkness, and they said we completed the game, therefore we didn't make it. Anyway, that's okay. We were very competitive, played a lot of good games and some tough teams, but overall it was a great season and a great group of boys to play baseball. And I think that the baseball latest night getting home. I don't know if any parents here for baseball parents. Those were late nights, but anyway, it was worth it. All right, got a few awards to pass out. Our top offensive player, it's a joint award. It goes to a couple individuals who you can rely upon to, obviously in the game of baseball, when you think offense, they can hit the ball very well. And they get on base a lot by hitting the ball well, so offensive side of things. This award goes to Charles Morrison and Matt O'Connell.
Three coaches. We have Coach Jamie Moore, Coach John Rice, who's not able to be here tonight, and myself, Ben Amos. And between the three of us juggling all the balls, we were able to get through the season and provide leadership to these guys and to see tremendous improvement. And for those who went to some of these games, we played Heartland. Heartland was our arch nemesis. And it seemed like we were going to lose by 30, 40 points every game to these people. We played them, I don't know how many times, 6 times? But in the 4th time we played them, instead of losing by 30, 40, 50, we actually won. And we won, I think, 2 games in a row. So that showed us how greatly they improved and how they turned the season around. And we're very proud at how it ended up at the end. And if not for 10 of the guys being sick the last week for the provincials, we might have had a good chance, I think, of making turning some upsets and maybe, who knows, ending up in the final. But anyways, that didn't work out, but it was a very successful season after all. Coach Moore, do you want anything to say?
Just a quick, kind of echo what you mentioned about provincials. What struck me for provincials was being in St. John, looking down the bench at pink eye, respiratory infection, fever, and by the end of the second game, I was looking to see who could go on the floor, and we were only down to 6 players who could actually go on the floor and play basketball. But the boys drugged themselves out. People who were sick showed up to the game and played what they could. I've never seen a group of kids play with so much heart before. It was impressive. Obviously, we weren't successful because we really couldn't compete with that. But it was the dedication and the compassion that all those the guys had. Is a team I'll never forget. And I'm looking forward to next year, you guys. Okay.
So here are the awards that were decided by the 3 coaches. And first of all, I'll present a certain order. Ask Scott. Okay. Offensive Player of the Year. And this is an individual who could score many ways by taking the ball to the hoop and also pulling out for a shot at the top of the key. and he was a valuable part of our team in producing the offense that we needed, and that goes to Isaac Neal. And he was everywhere all the time, and you count on him for bringing up the intensity of the game. And he's not here tonight, but Coach's Choice Award, and this award is there's no set qualifications, I don't think, for this, but it's somebody who does the intangibles, who always has a positive attitude and goes out of his way to do his best to try to help his team win the game. And that goes to Jesse Vance. Rookie of the Year, we could also put him into a category. Okay, most improved. This player was extremely raw and rough around the edges. But by the time the end of the year had come, he was one of our main players that we wanted to get the ball to. And just like many of the South American soccer players, they like to go by one name, so we can almost do this. And this goes to Arthur. Important player. It's the player that we want to have the ball given to him when we needed an important basket or some part of the game where we need to have the game settled or controlled. And that individual is Cameron Taylor. And I don't think Cameron is here. So now we'll ask all of the JV boys basketball team to come up for our team picture.
Thank you, JV boys. At this time, I'll ask the coaches for the varsity girls basketball team to come forward.
Okay, Varsity girls basketball. Okay, so I'm kind of gonna wing this one a little bit, just because I've had a lot of comments about when people come up to me and say, "Hey, you overachieved this year," and you know, we played well this year. My answer back to them is, if you really think about the start of the season, where I thought this team could get to, I always thought that we could be number 1 and number 2 in our conference. Yeah, we were going to have trouble maybe going past that a little bit or play a little bit better after that, but really, when I really thought about it, when I really sat down before the start of the season, I knew what I had. The thing is, you got to get everybody else to believe what you have. And I knew that that was going to be my challenge. It wasn't the fact that I didn't believe it in my heart. It didn't matter that I knew it in my heart where I was or where we were. I needed to make people believe that we were there. And I sat there with my season, and I said, this was our chapter. This was our chapter in the book of FCA Varsity Girls Basketball. It's the beginning of our chapter. And I asked them to believe. And I asked them to commit to believing. And how we committed to believing was being in the gym and being together for 6 days a week doing a basketball activity. And all the credit goes to them. They bought in, they believed. We got to where we got to because of them, because they believed. The parents supported, the coaches supported, but we made them believe. Okay, so we made it to the semifinals of the NBIA championships, which is pretty big feat for us since we haven't been in a decade or so. Could be wrong, I'm sure Jonathan can tell you a different number, but that's okay. That's the number that I believe, and we got there. and we got there. We got there, okay? And we had some up and downs. You guys were amazing. You bought in. You've all, whether you want to believe it or not, you've all improved, and we were there, and we're there. So if you can remember that, if you can remember how fun it was to be there, don't lose that. Don't lose that spark, because that was fun. That was really fun. I'm going to let you thought the season was, and they have some awards to present, and I'll be back.
So I'm going to announce the first 2 awards. As Coach Mo just mentioned this, the girls had a great season. No grade 12s on the roster, making it all the way to the provincial semifinals with the chance to go to Harvard Station was a great achievement and a lot of work. Mo did a lot of oversight and coaching and to work with him this year in that role. The first one I'm going to do is Rookie of the Year. So this player came into the program not having previously played with this group of girls up through. This was her first season playing with them. But as the season went along, you could see her skill development and confidence taking a huge leap and really starting to impact her individual performance, as well as a huge impact then in the team performance. A highlight was her 20-point performance as a rookie against Campobello Island in the playoffs. We look forward to her continued growth, and this year's Rookie of the Year goes to Claire McGuigan.
This player embodied the characteristics of a Coach's Choice Award by exhibiting physical and mental toughness regardless of the opponent. Her aggressiveness on both ends of the court, her desire to compete, and a willingness to play various roles for the team, including even occasionally coming off the bench at times to allow for different matchups, showed her willingness to put the team first and contribute in whatever manner possible. While she may not overpower all her opponents, her grit, heart, determination, and enthusiastic energy and smile brought the level of the entire team up. This year's Coach's Choice Award goes to Riley Dobbs.
So I don't have much to add to the season from what they said. Though I will give props to Mo for the event on the bus because I bailed. I was, have fun, see you later, and I got off the bus in my sock feet. I was not doing it. So good job, Mo. So top defensive player. As cliche as it sounds and as annoying as it might be, the saying is true that you can't win games without defense. And this player went out and did what we needed her to do and when we needed to do it. She took what we had to say and she went with it, taking our constructive criticism not to heart, but in a way that she's going out and she's making a difference. Showing up and working at practice and outside practice. I've been to the gym with this girl and she works hard. So our top defensive player of the year is Bella Elzayed.
Right here, Bella. Get your daddy.
Moving on to our most improved player this year. Although a rookie on the team, the player showed up and was ready to work. She took what the coaches had to say and worked hard putting the tips not only in practice, but when she did get to a game. When she was on the floor, she worked hard and kept a good attitude while doing so, and she kept a good attitude on the bench as well. When she got on the court, she made sure to show us that she deserved to be there. I can't speak for all of the coaches, but I know that I can't wait to see the growth in the coming seasons. Our most improved player for this basketball season is Alyssa Hansen.
Okay, top offensive player. When I think about a top offensive player in basketball, he's an athlete that can pass, shoot, and dribble. An athlete that can score with the ball and understand with how to score without it, by setting a screen, getting an offensive rebound. They also work hard to know all the systems or plays that the team runs. We trust this individual to help the others learn our plays. This year's top offensive player, Lauren Sturgeon. Okay, this will be the last MVP you'll hear from me present tonight, or that I'll present tonight, sorry. Trust me, the theme will continue. Once again, the athlete we have selected demonstrates the qualities I already mentioned. High-skilled, coachable, good teammates, leadership, team-first mentality, etc. If you haven't caught on, I keep adding to the list because it can be endless. I will now add one more, self-motivation. Everyone has external motivators, parents, coaches, peers, teachers, but an MVP is self-motivated. They're working out in the gym by themselves, they're finding the gym to put shots out by themselves. They don't need extra motivation. They're out there watching film by themselves. Our MVP puts in this work very, very often, extremely all the time. And that's why it makes her a really good player. So our MVP for this year is Nelia Magnus. The rest of the girls can come out for a team picture, please.
Thank you to one of our Varsity Girls players achieved an outcome of reaching what they would as 1,000.
Boys basketball. Here we go. My name is Jeremy McLeod, and I had the privilege of coaching the boys this year along with Mr. Robertson and Mr. Hunt. And I'm just going to take 2 minutes, give you a quick rundown of the highlights and some of the lowlights of the season. Our overall record was 22 wins, 14 losses. That record's a bit deceiving though, because we did play a lot. And so we started the year off really strong. We won the Macadam tournament, had multiple other tournaments with strong showings in, and we were ever so close making that trip to Harbor Station at the end, but came up a little short. But the boys, all of them, showed tremendous improvement throughout the year, and we couldn't be prouder. So. Now, there are some aspects of the year that we aren't quite so proud of, so I took a few minutes today to write down some of the lowlights that came to mind. So here's a sampling in no particular order. Some players had trouble remembering to bring all their proper gear to games. Some had to wear mismatched shorts. Other times they forgot their away jerseys, so we had to ask the other team to change uniform. One player getting blocked by a girl in a league game. I'm not going to mention any names. One player is the Greco while everyone else looked on and laughed. Burger King crown hats, jacked up shorts towards the end of a very long practices. And last but not least, Arnold's birthday surprise sneakers, which he was so excited to wear. And then he went out and was our leading scorer for that game, so good gift for us. Anyways, with that, it's time to give out some awards.
Thank you, Coach Jeremy. Thank you, Coach Jeremy. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. A lot of fun. So thanks to Mr. Hunt and Coach Jeremy for our season. We had a great season overall. As mentioned, we were very close. Similar to the girls, getting semifinals to make it to Harbor Station. But I still see our opportunity next year with a great group of returning players. I know we have a number of players who are moving on, but I still see the great potential of our team to achieve our goal. So a few awards. Our top offensive player was a player that we could rely upon almost every game to put up a consistent amount of around 20 points per game. In some games, he was called upon in the low post, it would just dominate some teams. He added to his game a 3-point shot, which surprisingly I'd be over there cringing on the sideline for him to shoot, but in a lot of cases it actually would work out and would go down. So our top offensive player, Lorenzo Lona. Next is our top defensive player, an individual who I would call upon as a coach to shut down the other team's top player. And he did it with consistency and he did it without asking how come that's my role. He understood his role on the team and did a great job on the defensive side. There were games against the top team, against John Caldwell, their top player would come out. He was probably averaging 30-some points a game. In one game, that individual scored 6. So a great job to our top defensive player, Brian McWami. Coach's Choice Award was agreed upon by the 3 coaches. Someone who has dedicated to the team, to any role that they were assigned to, either as a starter, coming off the bench, playing the 1 point guard or the shooting guard, in different scenarios and situations, and was a leader on and off the court. Our Coach's Choice Award goes to Luke Robertson. Our Rookie of the Year. So Rookie Year, as you know, has been defined here a number of different ways here tonight, is someone who comes to the team who you don't expect a whole lot from, but outshines maybe even some of the teammates who've been on his role continued as the year went on and gained more minutes as the year proceeded. He was a very valuable part in our playoff run, and I'm looking forward to him to continue to play a greater role on our team. Our Rookie of the Year is Mateo Lona. Our Most Improved Player. So this is an individual who I've been able to coach for the last 3 years, who, when I first had him as a player in grade 9, you could see the potential. And it really came to fruition this year. Someone who excelled in their job and in their role and understand the the game of basketball at a great level. I know it's not his probably preferred number one sport, but he is really good at it. Our most improved player is Fredericton. And finally, our most valuable player. So an individual who you rely upon, obviously, in critical situations to excel and carry the team. In many games, this individual carried our team defensively by shutting down the other team's top big man or scoring the valuable points that we needed. And our most valuable player is Leo Beck. Team. You guys step down, bro. These guys slide. All right, thank you. So I should mention, I know the team called upon Jonathan Arnold. So an individual who was on our team last year, played a role for us this year, became more of like our team manager or stat man, and did a wonderful job. So thank you, Jonathan. Let's give Jonathan. At this time, I'm going to ask Coach Matt Wright to come forward to represent Champions Hockey Academy.
How's everyone doing tonight? It's been a great night so far. Congratulations to all the athletes who have won awards and the ones who will win awards here to come. And congratulations to everyone who doesn't win an award. You know, just because you don't win an award doesn't mean you're not a good player. So congratulations to everyone here tonight. Unfortunately, Coach John Hardy can't be here. He's homesick, and both his boys are sick. And he actually just texted me and says his wife's sick too. So it sounds like it's not a fun night to be at the Hardy house. Big thanks to all the other coaches here tonight. We're seeing a lot of the same people come up, and you know, for me, I'm a full-time coach. I'm paid to be a coach. For a lot of the other people here, it's volunteer. So to take your time out of your day, get done work, and go home instead of go home to be with your family, to go to the field or the court or wherever it may be to help these kids. That's great, and that shows a lot about the people you have in this room. The people who sometimes we're 2, 3 in the mornings. We played over 60 games this year. We're in 3 different leagues. We have players come from all across Canada. Who it's a lot to come play on this team and go get away from your family and your friends and your life at home to come here and play. It's a big commitment. So I'm very proud of all our guys this year for that commitment, that sacrifice, and a couple other people we want to really thank too before I get into kind of how our year went was thanking Jonathan and Scott, Lucas Candy, everyone from FCA, the teachers. It's a big commitment for them to take on our program. It's a lot of effort from the school side of things. So big thanks to everyone at the school for taking on another year with our team, and especially the teachers. I know it's hard on our players have gone a lot. We're gone 2-3 days a week. Getting back Sunday nights and back on the road on Wednesday mornings, Thursday mornings. So it's a lot of the teachers too. Just thanks to the billet parents. So all of our players billet at different homes throughout the year, and it's not easy on the billets. Same thing, they're bringing kids into
into their homes, into their lives. Food these days, bacon isn't cheap. Life's expensive. So big thanks to the billet parents for everything they've done for our boys and getting them to and from the rink and making them feel at home. And it's not easy to move away from home, especially at this age. So the billet parents taking them in. Big thanks to the billet parents. And yeah, the last thing I want to do is I want to thank our parents. I know a lot of our parents can't be here tonight because they're. I want to thank our parents. I know a lot of our parents can't be here tonight because they're. A lot of our players. A lot of our players, like I said, are from away. So I know for the parents at home, say thank you. For players, like I said, are from away. So I know for the parents at home, say thank you. For Coach John, myself, Dax, and Stacey, everyone at Champions Hockey. It's not easy to have your boy move away from home. I remember when I moved away from home to play hockey. It's not easy. So. Big thanks to our parents at home watching tonight, and your boys are going to be home soon, so a couple more weeks and you'll be seeing them. Last thing, big thanks to our players. Like I said, we played in 3 different leagues this year. We were lucky enough to win one championship at the UT1A chip. We lost another one, Heartbreak Bishops, kind of our rival, lost to them in this ESSHL final. And then we went on to we lost in the NAPHL semifinal. But like I said, we had a busy schedule. There was one time in February we were on the road. We were Boston, Montreal, Ottawa, Montreal, all in the span of February. We spent 17 days on the road and only, I think it was 9 or 10 days at home. So that's a lot to ask of a young man to take time away from school, from family, from friends, and just basically living out of a suitcase. So just very proud of the boys and everything they've done this year, and I look forward to seeing everything that the future holds for them, both on the ice and more importantly off the ice and in the community. So we'll get to the awards now. First award we have is our Defensive Player of the Year. We actually have a co-award for this one to 2 great young men, bought into team concept, hard to play against in front of their own net. One kid is his first year here, moved here from Ottawa, and the other one is his second year here from Newfoundland. He's one of a kind. And congratulations to Logan Power and Jack Marnell on the Defensive Player of the Year. Next is Offensive Player of the Year. This player came to us from Miramichi, New Brunswick. Learned how to develop. He's a fast skater. He's a very elite skater. But not only did he learn how to score from his speed, but he also learned how to score in many different ways. And by the end of the year, we really relied on him to put the puck in the net. And he's a bulldog on the ice, and his work ethic is second to none. He's going to have a long hockey career ahead of him, and that's Jackson Shattuck. Congratulations, Jackson. Okay, next up we have our Unsung Hero, Coach's Choice. We use it more of like an Unsung Hero award. So this player really, some growing pains to start the year, learning a new system, moving away from home, big adjustment for him. And, we were hard on him early in the year, and he really developed as a player and someone we relied on throughout the year. And by the end of the year, he was playing in all different situations, and someone who, there's players that you can tell want to win, and some that that maybe they don't really want to win. This player wants to win. He wants to win hockey games, and he hates losing and hates when his team loses. And it's someone who we really relied on. And congratulations to Declan Kennedy on our one-time award. most improved. So this player came to us, played at a different prep school for a couple years, came to us, and to be honest, we weren't expecting much out of him. He was going to play kind of a lower role in our team, but from where he came from the start of the year to where he is now, he got hurt first game of the year, missed the first 2.5 months of the season, and it shows a lot of resilience in a type of player who gets hurt first game of the year, comes back, just before Christmas, and really just takes off, and a player who buys into his role. And for all the athletes in here, the coaches tell the ability to buy into a role goes a long way. You can play for a long time buying into a role. Joe Pavelski tonight, he's playing the Stanley Cup semifinal. He's making $6 million a year tipping pucks in. All right, so that's find a role and stick with it. So this player, I'm very proud of him where he's come as a person, and especially as a player this year. And he's got a bright future ahead of him, and that's Alex Lebec. Congratulations. Rookie of the year. So this player came to us from out west. Moved over here, didn't know anyone. It was a late ad. We were looking for a second goaltender all year over the summer, and we couldn't have asked for a better kid and a better player to add. He was very shy to start the year, but he matured and grew as a young man, as a person. And he's got a bright future ahead of him in the net. And he comes from a great family, and he's a great kid, and he wants to learn, wants to get better. And I look forward to seeing where his life takes him here in the years to come. So congratulations on Martin Hackenberg on rookie. Martin's closed. We're tell him already, so that's why the short shorts are on. So give him a break for that one. Last one here, MVP award. So we've had this player for 2 years now, and the growth in this player, both on and off the ice, is it's very encouraging, and it's great to see. And he's.
All right, another sport of our school, badminton, has grown over the last couple of years. And I'm not sure, is Coach Jerry here tonight? Nope, that's right. So our high school badminton team has grown exponentially because of one individual on our team who is really passionate about badminton, and that would be Talia. And she's really has taken kind of the charge and leadership role in that as a grade 12 student. We will miss her in that role of leading our badminton team. So we have a couple of awards to give out for our badminton team. Our Rookie of the Year goes to an individual who was new to our school and who was able to win along with Talia. So that is Ray Erica. Provincial championships last year at the single A level, and she came back and won it again this year. That is Talia Zhu. Now that the rest of our badminton players please come forward for a team photo. sport of the night is the sport of volleyball. And as you've seen through a trend of our teams, our soccer teams, our basketball, even our hockey team, some winners in badminton, the team of volleyball, the sport of volleyball, is one that I'm excited for growth here at FCA. We have some dedicated coaches who are looking forward to seeing that game develop. We had a great turnout of a lot of players, and so I'm looking forward to what the future holds for the sport of volleyball here at FCA. But at this time, I'll ask the coaches for the JV girls volleyball team to.
I feel the exact same. I think the future of this sport at this school is, so exciting, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. I'm honored to have coached these amazing players this season. The goal for our JV action team was to build fundamentals in volleyball and build a love for the sport. I'm extremely proud of all of the strides these players have made this season and the improvements that they have all shown. From defense, offense, court awareness, reading the ball, learning positions, and to the basics of passing, hitting, setting, and many more. These girls have improved so much, and all of the coaching staff are so proud. Although the score did not always reflect how well we played, these girls' ability to cheer each other on was completely unmatched. We won, our bench energy won tenfold. A huge thanks to Ryan and John for putting up with me and my coaching styles this season, and helping these girls be the best players that they can be. I am so unbelievably proud of all of these girls, and a congratulations to the great season. And I will let John present our first awards.
Okay, so our first one, we have two receiving positive attitudes. Congratulations to Grace Christie and Kate Robertson. Top defensive player is an athlete who always seemed to be ready in the right spot at the right time. She went for every ball and did a good job at being vocal during gameplay and not letting her guard down. Congratulations to Eva Martel.
Our next award is our Offensive Player Award. This player was a great addition to our team. She's improved so much over the year, getting to the point where she was blocking me and the other coaches at the net. And being our loudest player out there, cheering on our team no matter the score of the game. It is my honor to give this award to Fiona Essen. Our next award is Rookie of the Year. This year's Rookie of the Year is a player who we could rely on to bring her best every game. She showed up to every practice determined to learn and implement our advice. Stepping up from grade 8 to play high school volleyball, she showed no fear jumping at the net and slamming the ball to the other girls. This year's Rookie of the Year goes to Neve Surgeon.
accomplishments this season. This year's MVP award goes to Matei. Alright, last but not least. When I approached this player at the beginning of the season, I needed someone to help our team become just that, a team. For someone who had never played volleyball before, she took on this challenge and rose to the occasion. Not only did she have our cheers and our warm-up memorized, she was always a smile face, on and off the court. When the team needed her the most, she stepped up. I am so proud of her improvements and cannot wait to see what the next upcoming seasons have for her. Our Coach's Choice Award goes to Riley Dobson.
They were able to give us an opportunity to have a team. So thank you. As you can see, they had a great turnout. They had lots of players, so it was a great season, a great year of development. So thank you to everyone on that team. Next, I'll ask the varsity girls volleyball coaches to come forward.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know us, my name is Badminton. This is Sam Munn. We had the honor of coaching the senior girls volleyball team again this season. Coming into this season, we knew things would look quite. This was my 4th year coaching the girls team at FCA, and for the first 3 years, I had the same group of girls who mostly all graduated last year. We started the season with one returning player from last year's group. Shout out to Lauren Sturgeon. And we had to rebuild the team from the ground up. I was a little worried at first, to be honest. We had a young team, and the Senior Girls League is a big jump from JV and from middle school for some of our grade 9 girls. But the girls were up for the challenge. They worked hard in practice, learned a 5-1 rotation, and started to prove themselves to be a competitive team who should not be taken lightly. We started the season with little expectations, and we finished with a 3-3 record, along with winning some big tournament games along the way. Not bad at all for a brand new team who came together in such a short period of time. The growth from the beginning of the season until the end was evident, and with no grads on the team, I'm optimistic for next season, where we can continue where we left off. The future of this team is bright, and I'm excited to see where this journey will take us next year.
Right, so this particular player showed up to practice and convinced me and Josh that she had a ton of volleyball experience. Come to find out, volleyball was not her background, but softball. This player allowed us to put her in the thankless libero position and has grown tremendously this season. Most improved goes to Sandra Savage.
Rookie of the Year. This young player was a pleasure to have on the team. She established herself as a reliable starter early on in the season. She has a competitive nature and a positive attitude on the court that motivates her teammates to play hard and to never let that ball hit the floor. Our Rookie of the Year.
After losing the majority of our team and height, our defense was lacking a bit. This player is aggressive at the net, receives the most difficult serves with ease, and continues to support her teammates. Most Defensive Player of the Year goes to Lauren Sturgeon.
This player was the centerpiece of our offense. She's someone I knew I could always trust to perform under pressure. No offense is successful without a reliable and intelligent setter running in. Setting is a thankless job, and she made it look easy. She created our offensive opportunities every play with her quick thinking and reliable setting. Our offensive player of the year is Gina McGuigan. Points, and her strong defense and passing saved the day on a few occasions. Her strong serve and runs carried us to victory a few times as well. She has 2 more seasons ahead, bright future in the sport of volleyball. MVP is Peyton O'Leary.
Last but not least is our varsity boys volleyball team. I'll ask our coaches to come forward for their awards.
Hello everyone. I had the pleasure of coaching the varsity guys volleyball team. My name is Mitchell Upton and my assistant coach was Ashton Clark. We had a rough start of the year, and throughout the year we had some injuries, so the guys improved, and they impressed me with how much growth they had throughout the year, and by the end of the year, they looked like an actual real volleyball team. So, to start us off, we're going to start with Rookie of the Year. So, I think this player, it's their first year ever playing volleyball. When they started, but a little timid when they came to practices and everything. But as the season progressed, they improved very quickly. Going from having a hard time timing his hits to becoming one of our most consistent hitters by the end of the year and one of our most consistent blockers. So our Rookie of the Year is Caleb Essen. Next we're going to do is Most Improved. When this person came to tryout, I wasn't sure how they were going to do throughout the rest of the year. They were very athletic, but the skills weren't exactly there. But throughout the year, they improved at a very quick pace. He was consistent on defense, and he would throw his body on the floor to get a ball if he needed to. The only thing he really needs to learn is how to open his hand when he hits the ball. He really liked to just have a close fist no matter what he did. So, I'm not even going to try the last name. Our most improved is Eamon. Next is going to be our Defensive Player of the Year. So this is the second year he was on the team. At the beginning of the year, he already had decent receiving, and he was a pretty good defender overall. But as the season progressed and he learned positioning more, His consistency with passes improved because of this. He became one of the most consistent receivers on the team, and like a few of the other guys, he didn't care if he had to hit the floor or dive for a ball, he would do it. So our defensive player is Luke Robertson. Next is going to be our coach's choice. This is a player that returned from last year, and it was great coaching him. He was always willing to learn something new and would ask lots of questions during practices. Since we had a lot of injuries this year, we had him change positions to something he's never played before. And he excelled at this position and became a very important part of our offense and defense. So our coach's choice this year is Matt Tavia. And the last award that we're going to give out tonight is our MVP. This is our second year playing volleyball with the team. And from last year to this year, you could tell that they have improved a lot. He went from a quiet person on the team last year to being one of the most vocal this year. He was where they were supposed to be and made sure everybody was involved. He was consistent through the season, offensively and defensively, and I could trust him whenever he was on the court. So our MVP this year is Evan Foreman.
All right, so that wraps up the portion of student awards and athletes. So big congratulations to all our student athletes. I know, as Coach Matt mentioned tonight, everyone really deserves an award. It's one is fewer chosen, but everyone represented their school, their team with excellence. So thank you to all our student athletes for the job well done. At this time, I just want to recognize a certain individual who kind of was my assistant throughout the year, played a role in helping with uniforms, helping setting up the court, or all right, in order for us to have sports teams, we need coaches. So I'd like to take this time, I'm going to ask if we can do a team photo with our coaches, just come up front here, and we're just going to take a moment, maybe our student athletes, our parents can just maybe give them a big round of applause to acknowledge our coaches.